Remember, we're fighting to the end. I'm fighting to the end with you guys. Don't be shocked.
Hello MTV. This week we ran out of ideas, so we're stealing other people's. This week we're stealing Paul's idea, and we're asking Millennium what video games they've been playing recently. So what games have you been playing, Paul?
But I thought I swear to God I asked you guys those questions.
Answer the question. We stole your ideas and there's nothing you can do about it now. Answer the question,
God,
Paul.
identity theft too?
Describe the game in detail, please.
Okay. I recently finished the 1994 Nintendo JRPG Earthbound, in which you play as the character Ness, a young 10-year-old boy, as he has to save the world from an existential horror known as Gygas.
What games have you been playing, Mr. Royal?
I'm currently playing Ghost of Tsushima on the PS4 out of Ubisoft. I was a big Assassin's Creed fan, so it kind of matches that vibe. Cinematically, beautiful video game, very visually appealing, and great gameplay overall. I'm about 5.5 hours in.
So Alec, what game have you been playing recently?
I've been playing a lot of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
What's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate?
It's a fighting game where you can play as like a bunch of different video game characters across different franchises.
Who is your main in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate?
I mostly play as Cloud and Young Link, but obviously I play, a bunch of other people.
So what games have you been playing? So Blake, what's your favorite game?
I like The Big Lebowski.
What kind of game is that?
It's a movie.
Wow, those were some great games, especially yours, Blake. Tune in next week as we steal another MTV idea. Next week is going to be MTV Cribs, and we're going to do it in the empty classroom.
With next week being a very important week for testing, with April 5th being the ACT for juniors taking a science test on April 6th, and the practice ACT for sophomores on April 7th,
And the ACT Aspire for freshmen.
it's important to know and get prepared for these tests in advance. Now watch this very cool video on the CRT here.
Especially with an important test such as the ACT, the PACT, the ACT Aspire, or the AZ Sci test that's going to happen next week. You really do not want to fall asleep during a test.
Do your work!
Instead, try your best to get a good amount of sleep every night, maybe 8 hours, and do not succumb to caffeine. I know it's really hard, but running on 3 hours of sleep and 200 milligrams of caffeine, probably not the healthiest. If you wake up early in the morning, then maybe try to go for a walk or a jog. It's important that you have a lot of energy going into the 4 or 5 hour slog that is standardized testing. Be sure to eat a hearty, healthy, big breakfast before the test. It's important that you don't have to focus on being hungry during a 4-hour, 5-hour test.
Good morning, I'm Miss Lewis. Welcome to my crib. Come on in. This is the pink room. This is our agenda for the day. Actually, my students are supposed to look at this to know what to expect of the day. Sometimes they don't do that. This is my space. I kind of like my space, so I don't really like the kids over here, but they sometimes come. A lot of memorabilia, why I continue to teach. My students are supposed to be reading right now, so guys, we're gonna wrap it up in a minute. This is my to-do area. Practicing ACT for testing, things of that nature. I kind of like the kids write on the boards because I don't use the boards, but it has to be a positive message. So if they have a positive quote, we put it up. Something positive to say about the room. Pictures. We take pictures during Spirit Weeks. We have contests of which class has the most spirit. So I take pictures and get them printed out so they can see themselves and our classroom, because our classroom is our family when we're here. Over here is the coffee maker. I wouldn't survive without it. And the microwave, refrigerator, their grades. So yeah, I try to